mistakes, that's why you live and learn. Said I wasn't there, but now y'all watching and y'all see me now. Take it to the crib and wipe his nose like I was CD Lamb. Was at my lowest point in life, so shit can't ever keep me down. Reppin' for my city, Dallas, this gon' be that Lucas show. Now I'm blowing up like the whole squad of
I'm born in Texas, so I have.
Oh, you're born in Texas? I was gonna ask you that. So like, let's start off.
Let's
already.
get into it. Yeah, before I say too much.
Yeah. So like, you were born in Texas. Like, what city?
Tyler.
Tyler. Oh, okay. It's getting bigger, right, in Tyler. Like, it's getting more modernized.
Bible Belt.
Because a lot of people are like, especially the ones that we're just talking about. There's a lot of people are moving from Cali. Like, a lot of people are moving in like those rural areas where like it's so cheap to buy like a big ass house, like where it's like super nice.
Or they're like they're doing like the fixer uppers. They're like fixing it, selling it.
They're the ones that come out on TikTok. There's like a house like this you couldn't buy in LA for like, you're like, it'll be like worth like 10 million over here. It's like worth like $300,000-$400,000.
Little shack.
Dude, $300K in LA is like a shitty apartment. Like shitty.
Yeah.
Damn.
Bad. Like in the ghetto as fucking area.
How is LA? Cause like, how has LA been treating you? When did you move there?
I've been there most of my life. I'm basically an LA girl. I've been there since I was 7.
Oh, okay. So your whole family moved there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Well, I had some siblings here, and so we kind of like went back and forth for a while, but everybody just kind of like spread out after that.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah. It's a blended family.
Yeah, for sure. Cause you saying like some of your siblings are here in Texas. Do they stay in Tyler too?
Huh?
Or do they stay in Tyler? Or
so this is actually, it's complicated. She's like basically like a stepsister. So my mom raised her, but she like, okay, this will make sense. So my mom's ex-husband is her dad.
Okay, got you.
But my mom raised her while she was with her dad. Yeah. And then they divorced. And then
you're speaking to a choir right now, because that's how my mom
and
my dad and my mom both are like
have kids in different
I'm like
people.
Sometimes I'll be telling my dad, I'm like, I know I have 2 more brothers that I don't even know about, but
I'm just like my stepsister. Like, I don't know how to say it. I just say sister. Like,
that's how I am too. I'm like sister, brothers. Brother. Like, I don't put labels.
We don't feel a way about it, but it's just like the parents have their opinions.
Yeah, especially when you say stepsister or stepbrother, like then it brings a whole like you have to like put a backstory into it, and it's like I don't want to explain.
I don't want to explain my fucking family drama. Like, sister.
Yeah, just sister. Just keep it as
she babysat me. She like put diapers on me when I was growing up. Like she's my sister. Like
But how was the show last night? How'd you feel? Like the performance, everything, how'd it go? It was really.
Are we recording, by the way?
Yeah, we're recording.
Oh, I didn't even know. Okay.
Yeah, you didn't even know.
The show last night was great. It was hella fun, actually. It was like so cool to see all the different artists, like all different types of artists throughout the whole night. It was hella fun. I had a good time.
No, for sure, because like you're in the first one, but you're like the second, third one, right?
Yeah, like third or something.
Third, yeah. But it was really good. I mean, is it? Do you think it's better performed like during the night or during like the day? Or are you like the type? The only reason I'm asking is because like a lot of artists, like they've told me, like they focus on like certain persons or certain people.
Yeah.
Like when they're that way, they don't get nervous or anything like that.
Yeah.
So like during the day, I feel like you look at everybody's faces. Like, so it's like a little bit.
I have this thing where I do not get nervous to perform.
Oh, for us?
I do not get nervous. I get excited. And I think, like, I don't know, I'm way more nervous for, like, really minuscule, small things. Like, I don't know, like going on a date or, like, meeting up with a friend I met on the internet or, like, that makes me so much more nervous than performing for some reason. Because I feel like with performing, I can like get into my like alter ego, like my like I can come alive and just be whoever the fuck I want. Like I can just be myself, you know. Whereas like in more small interactions, I'm like my social anxiety gets like, oh my god, like, because it's more intimate, you know what I mean? It's like they're more seeing me, you know.
You know what?
But
That's crazy because like I'm way the opposite.
Really?
And when it comes to like going on a date and stuff, I'm like as confident as ever. But
shut
when it
up.
comes to
I
like
get so nervous for dates.
really,
So nervous, like literally like sweating, like oh my god. And like I know I have a lot to bring to the table. Like it's not like I'm not confident in myself, but I think it's just all the feelings of like what are they thinking, like
yeah,
what if they're like weird, what if this is like strange, what if they're too forward, like you know what I mean, like I don't know.
no, I get what you mean.
Like
Yeah.
those scare me.
You know what you not that you remind me of, but
Huh.
like the way you're talking about dates
Yeah.
and stuff. Have you ever seen New Girl?
New Girl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the way you're talking about dates, because I've been watching New Girl again
I
from
love
Jess.
this show.
And Jess, I was like, the way you were just rambling about it, I was like, bro, you're literally just
Really?
talking about dates and stuff. I was like, that's fucking hilarious. Bro, I
I love
rewatched that
Jess.
show like 3-4 times. It's so funny. Like the jokes they say. I
That's
don't
my
even-
comfort show. Like I just put on at
Yeah.
night. Like yeah.
Yeah, some of the like the jokes they say, I was like, I don't even think they can like if they brought that show back again, I don't even think they could say that type of stuff anymore. You know?
Well, I feel
Eh.
like that's the whole thing. Like with all the classics now, it's like you go back and watch and you're like, ooh, that would not do well in 2023. But people are just like cancel culture. Like people are so sensitive.
Yeah.
Like you can't. And fair enough. Like there are definitely things
Yeah.
that like we shouldn't say
Yeah.
and we shouldn't joke about.
Yeah.
But it's also like
Sometimes
that's
they're
the
nitpicking.
point of humor is like it's kind of wrong, but it's like
Especially
hilarious.
a lot of dark humor is like, yeah, it's
Yes.
gonna offend some people, but like,
Yeah.
what's like that's the point of it, you know? Like,
Yeah, but it's like if the person who should be offended isn't offended,
yeah.
then what are we tripping on?
Mm-hmm.
I think
You
that's what happened when I went to a comedy show recently, and then like there's this it was a black comedian, and he was saying a joke about Hispanics, and I
Yeah.
was laughing my ass off.
Yeah,
But like
that's
this,
what I'm saying.
and then like there's this chick that was beside me, and she was Hispanic. She was, I forgot where she was. I think she was like mixed, and she just started like rambling to him. And I'm like, did you not? I'm
my
Hispanic.
I
and
find this funny as
and I'm
fuck.
fucking dying laughing. It's like, why would you get
Yeah.
offended for me? You know, it sucks, but it's like, I mean, I didn't want to say anything to her. I was like, because the comedian was roasting her nasty, so I was like, I
But
didn't
it's
want
also
to.
like it's a comedy show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
And
As
spec-
long as it's not like, I feel like as long as we're not making jokes about like rape or like
Yeah.
stuff that's like we just shouldn't. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
really heavy stuff. Then let's just
Then
laugh about it.
let's
Like
laugh.
life is funny as hell. This
Hell
like this
yeah.
is all a big joke. We have no idea what's going on, how we got here, how we're leaving, what's going
Mhm.
down.
Yep.
Might as well laugh about it.
But
Like
for us, and then plus like laughter, like is the best way to heal trauma, you know, and like.
100%.
And what's the better way than like the trauma you've gone through? Like just laugh about it. Like that's the best way to get over it. So,
100%.
that's
And
why I'm
laughter heals all. Like it brings us
Yeah.
closer together. Like it makes us all realize like we're all human and like we're all kind of broken and but that's what's cool. Like we can
Yeah.
relate on that and it's funny.
for sure. Do you play the guitar at all?
A little guitar, a little piano, but like mainly besides singing, I have a studio in LA. I have a studio in
Oh,
LA,
nice.
a whole studio, and I record, write, produce. Like
Is that at your house or where'd you build
Mhm.
it? Oh, nice.
it's a whole thing.
How long did it take you to build it?
I've been slowly building it for quite a long time. Like I think I just started. I think because another thing is like, as a woman in the music industry, like I got sick of just being in like random dudes like
Mm.
studios,
yeah.
and it's just kind of uncomfortable. Like
Yeah.
being there super late and like you don't know what their like intentions are, and it's just like I just wanted to be like, okay, I want a place that I really truly feel safe, that I can make music and create and whatever. So I just started buying stuff. Like I just got like my first interface was like a $20 interface, like some shitty like Amazon piece of trash, but like it worked, you
Yeah.
know, using even a USB mic to start and like using my laptop, not knowing how to do anything on GarageBand. I made my first song on GarageBand. But like now I work in Ableton Pro Tools. I have like the best microphone. Like it's taken me, I have full sound treatment in my studio. Like it's taken me probably like, I started recording myself when I was 17 and I'm about to be 25 this year. So
Dang, so
8 years, something like that.
Something like that.
Something like that.
That's crazy.
Slowly, little by little, just like every year doing like an upgrade on something, you know. And I'm
That's
still
dope.
doing that.
That's dope to see the growth of where you came from, you know.
I know,
Because,
right?
you know, we can relate to that. Whenever we
Yeah.
started, it's just like, you know, the walls were different. Everything was different.
Yes,
Cameras and stuff.
It was
yeah.
just a
And now you're
plain
just
office.
like, damn.
Yes.
Both of these were
Yeah.
just plain
Yeah,
offices.
yeah. But then like, and then as you get better, you're like, okay, actually that could be upgraded and that could be upgraded, and you just invest into yourself, and
Just
the more that
fine-tune
you
everything.
Yes, and it's a constant fine tuning.
Yeah.
It's a constant fine tuning.
Do you think also it makes it having your own studio also
Mhm.
makes it great because like obviously you have to rent a certain time
Oh,
frame
yeah.
like with the other studios. So like now that you have your own studio, it's like you wake up in the morning when you're like feeling inspired about
Whenever
something.
I'm
I was
feeling
saying
it.
inspiration just comes.
Yeah,
fast.
you
Whenever
don't
I'm
really-
feeling it, yeah. Or like sometimes, like I remember like back in the day, like I would just wake up at like 4 a.m. and have this
Yeah.
idea like in the middle of the night. Like I would almost be dreaming about it. And then I'm like, damn, I only have my phone to like record this into. But like now I can literally just get over there and just get the demo idea down, you
Yeah.
know, at least spend an hour or two on it, and then I can like refine it the next day. So yeah, I think, and it's also like, yeah, spending time on other people, spending time on the studio, paying people, like all that stuff. Like it's like, what would you rather do? Would you rather pay people, spend time on, you know, renting the studio, use that money, or would you rather put the money into the equipment and get over the damn learning curve and just get to the real work? Plus it's way more authentic. It's like when I have an idea, I know how to express it now, rather than being like, oh, let me try to communicate this to a producer. Now I know what to say. Now I know how to work with people even better. Like it's just it's a constant growth, but you have to be willing to like put that time in and like sit there and like not know how the fuck anything works and
Did
just be like an idiot until you're not.
Where'd you learn all your stuff? Through YouTube University like us?
YouTube University. Me too. Also just like with the producers that I work with and with the
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
just being a
Getting
sponge. Like that's what I would say to people who want to learn. Like just sit and like I've seen this so many times, because now I mean I record people. That's one of my incomes as well. It's like now I
Dope.
work with people, and I've been doing that for like 5 years now. And it's like
I think pretty much, and I don't know if you a lot of this, but like female artists probably feel safer going to record.
100%.
with
That's
going to-
literally
yeah.
that's like my
That's your
my
niche
edge
right there, yeah.
Yeah, like I almost solely work with women. There's like so comfortable, and it's like it's because I'm not trying to get in your pants, girl.
Yeah.
I'm just here for you. I'm here for the vibes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think just learning, but that's what I tell them too, because they're like, how did you learn? How did you learn? And I'm like, dude, what you're doing right now, how you're like, I've seen this too, like with working with people, how they'll just sit there and just be on their phone.
Yeah.
And they'll just be like, while I'm doing it, and I'm fine with that. But it's like, the way I learned was getting off my phone, like phone down, and I'm just staring
Observing,
and I'm
yeah.
watching everything, and then ask questions as it's happening. And like I would start connecting dots, like, oh, okay, so if you're holding something down and you can drag this over, you can time align a vocal. And then I'm like, wait, what is that command? I would ask what the control is, and they'd be like, Command R. And I'm like, okay, Command R. I would write it down. Like just being a fucking sponge to everything around, and talking to people, and like I would go to dinner and like lunches and catch up with like music friends, and I'm just like, let's talk about it. Like I was obsessed with it. You know, you have to become like obsessed, and then once you start figuring out how to do it, then that's when the magic happens, because then you can kind of just soar with your ideas, you know.
That's dope. That I feel like that's what separates people that, you know, like you said, you are where you're at because of that, the initiative of doing that. Because there's a lot of people that, like you said, they'll talk about, dang, I wish I could do that. And then you look at the habits. You look at the habits, and you, like you said, just on the phone, scrolling, not even doing that. So initiative for sure is like the main thing that really separates those from that want it and those that really have it.
Yeah.
I mean, we see that too, because like when the people that rent the studios too, sometimes 'cause we rent out these studios too.
Yeah.
So
of
like we
course.
see it, and then
You gotta take it for all it's worth.
I know, yeah, and then like we see it, it's like they don't really ask the proper questions of like, oh, what equipment to use and stuff. Like they don't ask to just come record and that's it. It's like, damn, like if I was them, I would be asking, oh, what is this, so I can do it on my own and save a lot of money too.
But it's the mindset that you have.
Yeah.
It's the mindset of like, this is not temporary for me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to do this long term. And like, if you notice in any business, I'm sure you guys have worked normal jobs. Like we all have, right? Like I've been a server, I've been an assistant, I've been a bartender, I've been like a shit ton of normal jobs. And you see, even in a normal business, if the owner doesn't know how to do every single job in the business, it's not going to be a good business.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't know the functionality of all the systems. Like the managers need to know as well. They need to know, like, okay, let's say in a restaurant or something, they need to know how to work the host stand. They need to know how to be a server. They need to know how to make the drinks. They need to know how to, you know, be in the kitchen and cook the food. They need to know how to do every aspect. If they don't know how to do every aspect, they don't know all the possible problems they could run into and why the functionality of the system is not working well, you know? But like, this is the same thing with, as an artist, like I'm the CEO of this business and I want to run a tight ship. And in order to do that, I need to know how to produce. I need to know how to record vocals, how to comp everything, how to send stems, how to talk to my producers, how to have the lingo. Like, it takes getting in there, doing the uncomfortable ass work, getting over the fucking learning curve. And then it's like, damn, I know how to do this now. It took me 8 years.
It's a good feeling though.
But it's like, damn, like I know how to run this ship and I can do this.
And it's great when people ask you questions too, and you know the answers to it. It's like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, let me teach you. Let me bless you with this knowledge. Let me bless you with this knowledge right now, real quick. But I saw that yesterday. You were fangirling over Chris Perez. How did you think of his performance?
Oh my God.
I was scrolling and then I was like,
fine. I don't even care how old he is.
Yeah.
No, we were just having so much fun. I also think, the tequila was hitting at that point. So
it was such a surreal moment for me whenever we were drinking with him, or when we went to San Antonio and we were just chilling, drinking with him. I'm like, bro, I used to watch a movie from this dude is like, I'm just drinking like Jack Daniels with him. It's like, that's crazy.
Insane.
It was just a surreal moment, but
insane.
But his guitar, like the way he was playing the guitar, I was like, bro, he's
Fire.
so talented.
He's so good, and I'm sure he knows that guitar like how he would know a wife. You know what I mean? It's like you have to treat it that way, that intimately. You know.
Yeah. But talk to us before we even continue, because I know you just, well, not recently, but you dropped a project, right? What was the name of it again?
A Trip to Mercury.
A Trip to Mercury, right?
Yeah.
So like, I love the way you posted about it, about how like you gave a shout out to every single person that worked on it, but you also explained what took you to do it. You know, a lot of artists just put the picture of it. I mean, they post that like on iTunes and stuff, but people don't really read that. But like if somebody that posted on a post, then you'll actually read what the project's about. Yeah. And it was, I love that you did that, because I was like, people don't really give a shout out to like who really works on it unless it's on iTunes, but obviously they have to do it because of copyright. But like somebody that's actually on their
Instagram. I have
Instagram.
A lot of feelings about this.
Yeah.
Keep going.
I was like, I love how you did that. But yeah, I was like, just go off for that. Like, what made you do that? Like,
well, because I'm a producer, because I work behind the computer now, you know, and I have been really fucked over by artists that I've put a lot of energy into, and I know what it's like to be really creative and sensitive. Like, creative people, were really sensitive. Like, we try to act like, oh, we're this. No, we're not. We're extremely vulnerable and fragile, and that's why we have this art to dive into and have an outlet. We have an outlet. Why do we need an outlet? Because we're sensitive as hell. And life is, we feel pain way deeper than other people do. We do. So it's like, when you put that energy into someone's project and you treat it as your own, and they don't even tag you.
Damn, yeah.
I think that's crazy.
Like, damn, I just spent a year on this and you couldn't even tag me in it? Like, okay. You know, and you just try to be like, all right, keep it pushing. But like, let's be real, like, it hurts. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So it's like, and also this project specifically was about a really painful 5-year relationship heartbreak that I went through, and where I was like, you know, emotionally cheated on, like really bad. And I think like I shared that story with the producers I worked with and with the writers I worked with. And that's another thing, I think, because I wrote all my own shit for years and I was like, I have to do all that on my own, like work with nobody, like, and show them that I can do this. It's like, this was the first time I really embraced collaboration. And I was like, there's something, it's like, okay, I know how to do this. I don't need to prove that to nobody. But I want to work with people who like can bring their other ideas out that can make more of my ideas come out. And like, I can just enjoy this process of like working with other creative people. So I think getting intimate with that, with those people, and sharing those experiences and seeing how much love and effort they put into it, I was like, man, this isn't even my project. Like, this is bigger than me. I am just on the cover of this, but like, this is so much bigger than me. This has everything to do with everyone I worked with, and it would not sound like how the people are hearing it without their intense effort. If I took every part that they did away and just used mine, my energy, my lyrics, my production, my whatever, it would be a completely different project. And I'm aware of that. So it's like even on like splits and like publishing and mastering on like the business side, the people who mixed and mastered have percentages on this. Every single person was like, I believe in equal splits. That's nothing people don't talk about. It's like the business side. It's like, I don't believe in this, like the writer has to get all the percent. I'm like, okay, well then let's keep it unmixed and mastered. And let's put it out as that, since that's the full 100%, right? It's like, no, that's not how it goes. So every single person that made it what it is deserves percent and has the right to make decisions on the song. And that's just how I think.
And that's honestly, it because we've talked about this before, about how it's honestly more fruitful as, for your career to be that way, because like, let's look at the biggest example there is, which is Drake. Drake is such a guy that will give you a shout out, especially with smaller artists, that he doesn't even have to do it because he's so big. It's like, that's why he's gotten to this level, because he knows he's at the top of the game, but it doesn't matter to him. Like, he's still gonna give a shout out to the smaller guy, or give a feature to somebody that's not like, maybe not as big as him. And it's like, a lot of big artists do this, where it's like, oh, you're like not really popping like that, let me not even do a feature for you, you know? And it's like, it doesn't work like that. That's why Drake is so big, because he might not be the best rapper, but his biggest strength is building friendships with people 100%. And giving their shout outs. And like that, what you're doing is like, you're putting people, like, you're letting people know that, look, I'm willing to like get help, but also you're gonna get something out of it because I'm giving you a shout out.
Absolutely.
And what's better, word of mouth, or like they hear your project, is like, oh, I love how this was produced. Let me see who produced it or who engineered it, or like, and all of that, you know.
They don't have to ask. Like, I put it on my page. Like, it's right there. I so believe in that. Well, also, speaking of Drake, what's so smart about what he does, and what these other rappers who have this like ego about helping other artists, what they don't get is these artists that he's working with are on the fucking come up. And the new generation, that's who they're listening to. And Drake is actually being smart by working with them and staying relevant in the younger generation who didn't grow up with him like we did. You know what I mean? So not only is he putting people on, he's being smart about it. And it's like, also, let me say this about the people I work with. They know how deeply they mean to me. They know that personally. So it's like, why would I go be fake in front of other people and be like, this was me, I did this by myself? Like, I didn't. And that's fucking great. Like, shout out to collaboration. You know,
I can tell you're a very intense friend. Like, as in, like, very lovable, very in, like, if you're close friends with you, then you're gonna care about them a lot. So like,
deeply.
That's good though. That's good, because
it's good to have that.
It's either like, I love you, or I cannot fucking stand you. Like, it's one of the
Do you think that's rare, like in Los Angeles, especially because a lot of people are trying to make it out there, and like,
people are really fake in LA for sure.
Yeah, because I've heard that a lot from artists that come from there.
A lot of people say that.
Yeah. Well, I'll say this. So I'm born in Texas, like I said, but I've lived in LA since I was 7, so pretty much, you know. I'm not too tight to the state. But I feel like, you know, have you guys ever like, have you guys traveled a lot, or traveled a little bit at all?
Yeah.
Okay. I love traveling. But there's one place every single time I go there, I feel extremely connected to my soul, and it's New York. Like when I am in New York, I go there at least like 3 times a year. Like I literally have the skyline tattooed on my leg because it means that much to me. When I'm there, I feel like I can breathe. I'm so calm, whatever. And I saw this video and it made so much sense to me. And it said like LA people are nice, but they're not kind. Yeah. And New York people are kind, but they're not nice. And they're kind of saying, they use this example and they're like, if you're in LA and you get a flat tire, your friends are going to be like, oh my God, I'm so sorry that happened to you. Let me know if you need anything. I got to run though. Your New York friends are going to be like, you fucking idiot. Why the fuck weren't you looking? Whole time they're changing the tire for you. Yeah. And so I feel like that is why I love the East Coast so much, is because that is so my energy. It's like, I will roast the shit out of my friends, but I will ride hard for you forever.
I'll tell you off the bat right now, that's how we are too over here.
Yeah.
I'm about to say, Texas, I feel like,
but
they'll be super nice.
You know when you said that, I was like, damn, I actually said that to my friend the other day when I helped him out with his car and stuff. I was like,
see, even that.
You speaking my language.
People in LA don't do that. It's like, it's a bunch of like, oh my God, like, wow. It's super fake. I mean, I have been so lucky to meet incredible friends, but I've had a lot of friends break my heart too, because
that's just how it is.
That's just it. But that's also life. I'm not gonna like sit there and be like, oh, this is it. I can't make friends. Like, I'm gonna get over it. But it is a thing. For sure.
Since you're a big fan of New York, you're a big fan of the show Gossip Girl too, huh?
Oh my God, yes.
I could tell.
I love Gossip Girl.
You know what people don't realize when they talk about Gossip Girl, and then like I know all of it because I watched it with my little sister during the pandemic because I didn't know it was on HBO. I think I started watching it because of the actor. I forgot his name, but the one that is on You.
Oh, Penn Badgley.
Penn Badgley.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, I started watching. I didn't know he was in there, so I was like, "Fuck it, let me watch it." And then, it was funny to me, but at the same, because it was like so, like 2000s, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like the way people saw it like back then, or how they acted, everything. It was like such a surreal moment. Plus, then now they did the new Gossip Girl show.
Yeah.
But anyways, watching that show, I was like, it's crazy how like at the end I found out who Gossip Girl was. It's like. It was like that's the beginning of You. Like
I'm like, he played the same character in both shows.
I was like, that's crazy. I was like, because now I got it. I was like, damn, that's why he's so perfect for You, because it was like it made sense that all his like being a stalker, a psychopath stalker. I was like, it made sense. He was so perfect for that role.
Yeah, he was.
He still is. I mean, that show was pretty good.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know if you kept watching You.
I watched all of it.
How did you like the new season?
Did you finish the last 5 episodes?
Yeah, it was wild.
I thought the whole season was so boring until episode 8. Episode 8 was when
it brought everything together.
I was like, I literally just had it on while I was doing my laundry or something. And I was just kind of chilling, like doing my thing, like kind of not super watching it. And then it happened and I was like, and I stayed up till like 3 a.m. watching the last 2 episodes, like so intense. Like, so I was like, oh my God, this is crazy.
That's what happened to me, because I had to wake up at 7 in the morning the next day, and I was like, let me watch the 7th episode. Like, I'll finish the last episode tomorrow. Yeah. And then it was like I would think it was like 1:30. I remember watching and then like 7 episode, and then I started watching the 8th episode. I was like, fuck, man, let me
Can't
finish
stop
it.
now.
I can't stop now. I'm like, this shit just got interesting. I was like, what the fuck? I thought he was real the whole time.
Me too. I was like, maybe he's trying something different, and it's this other guy. He's fucking crazy in the head.
He's still crazy.
He's delusional.
And it's crazy because the whole show, it made us try to sympathize with him in a way.
I
like
know.
that he was
but
like
that
it wasn't his fault.
But I know a person like this. Not a murderer.
Oh shit, get away.
Get away
from
him. Not a murderer, but like a very delusional person.
Okay.
An ex-boyfriend actually.
Oh
wow.
Very delusional person, thinking he is in love with someone who didn't love him at all, and made it up in his head for like almost maybe 6 years.
Dang, man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, there's people that exist that do that, so it's like it's crazy that it's like not rare that it could happen, you know. It's
but
like,
when you meet, like, that was the learning. All that was like, who the fuck was I even with?
Yeah.
Because in their head, they're not lying. It's true.
It's true. Yeah, that's true.
Scary.
I mean, shit. Like even
Scary.
like even the show, like the way he did everything, it
Yeah.
was like it made it seem like it was real, you know.
Right.
But then when you see they put it, they're so good where they put back the flashbacks of him talking to himself and stuff. Is that you couldn't really tell because like people don't really pay attention to that.
No.
And you could and like you can run into somebody that might be like that, but like you're not gonna see it because in their head they don't let you see that, you know.
Well, because in their head they don't. There's nothing wrong. Like
Yeah.
they don't. They are not. That's not them.
Yeah.
It's like they're psychopaths. Be careful, everybody. They're out there.
No, they're out there for sure. Shit.
Yeah.
Like
They exist.
Yeah.
I mean, you just told us. I didn't even know there was people like that. I thought it was
Yeah.
just a show.
I
But
mean,
well, let me ask you
shit.
something though,
Yeah.
because like I don't know if you've been keeping up with it. Do you use TikTok a lot?
yeah.
So what's your take on like now that TikTok might get banned?
I think that's bullshit.
You think?
I think that's so stupid. I think like the government needs to stop getting involved in most things.
I mean, shit. We all think that, you know, like they
Yeah.
stop getting so much money off of it. But I was like,
I'm just like, come on, like, I don't know.
do you think they should not like ban it, but like find a way
Like,
where
regulate?
like it regulated where like it's not like
Well, for sure, regulation. I mean, like, the amount of, like, the suicide rates and the depression, and especially with women, too, like, comparison with other women, and, like, the way
Yeah,
that
that's
it's really
big.
preyed on, and also, like, it's very scary to be in a relationship in this era because, like, the temptation online and the way that they, like, feed off of that, the way that the algorithms are set up to confuse humans in general. And that's just one thing. Like, that there are many other ways we are, like, bombarded with information. And, like, I think there has to be some sort of regulation on social media, period. Not just TikTok. Like, TikTok is one. But there's like multiple regulations I think that should be had, and it literally is the creators themselves that created the apps. They know exactly what they're doing.
Yeah.
You know, they have to be the ones to make a change. And yeah, I think the government should hold them responsible for regulations. But I think taking the app down, what is that going to do? But open the door for another app to open up. Like, I don't think that's not going to solve the problem.
I was thinking because you just said that about like how girls like compare themselves to other.
Yeah.
What is the male version of that? Like, is it just materialistic
just
things?
yeah,
I'm
flexing
sure.
and shit. Cause like
Yeah.
you know you got to think about it. There's
Yeah.
a guy that is he's a millionaire flexing all this money,
Yeah.
this and that, and then like say you're a honest, hardworking person working your 9 to 5, barely paying your bills. Like you're gonna be like, man, I'm a fucking loser. Like what the fuck?
Yeah.
So I feel like that's the male equivalent. Of
Totally.
Like,
With women, I mean, it's all superficial.
yeah.
With women, it's their looks, and with men, it's their money, and
Yeah.
it's the same thing. It's
And
like,
nowadays filters do wonders too. So
god damn,
so, like, they're comparing
Honestly,
themselves to a filter.
to something that's not even real,
Yeah.
and also work. Like girls get work done. Like
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
big time.
you know, especially in LA. Like people, I've literally, one of my friends, she's had so much work done. I mean, it looks great. She looks great. Like it doesn't look fake. It looks extremely natural. And I've heard men say to her, like, you're just so naturally beautiful. I'm like, they are so fucking stupid. They don't even know. She spent 10 grand on this shit.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? So, I don't know. I think it's just ridiculous. It's just, I don't know.
Do you see that especially a lot in LA, right? Like
Oh,
a lot
yeah.
of girls getting their.
I mean, I've had
everything
work
fake.
done too. Crazy
Oh,
to
shit.
believe. My lips aren't real.
Oh, hey,
I'm
we can't even
honest,
tell.
though, like,
We
I'll
can't even
say
tell.
it.
So.
That's what I'm saying.
I feel like once it gets
I know
excessive, that's
myself.
whenever you're just like. You know,
Oh yeah. There's
Once it
been
gets
there's been
excessive-
excessive ones that are like, okay, I can
like
definitely
you're like,
tell
hey,
it's fake.
hold up.
Yeah, like calm down. Don't
Yeah.
fuck up your body. But like, I don't know. It's a weird world. It's a weird world.
It's a weird world for
Yeah.
sure. That's crazy. I really never thought about that, only because again, it's kind of like the same mentality. Like, don't compare yourselves to anybody else.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, and honestly, I'd never really go on TikTok. Every time I go on TikTok, I have so many DMs from like all friends where like they're sending me
Funny
funny
shit.
stuff, and I'm
Yeah.
like, my
Shit
bad,
all
bro.
the time.
Like, I know I haven't seen like 20 of your TikToks that you send me, but I'll watch all of them right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just like I don't really get on TikTok.
Yeah.
But I am on YouTube Shorts, so it's like it's kind of
But
like
it's all the
it's
same
kind of the
thing.
same shit.
Yeah,
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 it's kind
yeah.
of the same shit.
What?
but-
Okay. What is scary to me is Facebook. Have you guys ever opened up Facebook and the videos that are on the?
They're so fake.
Yeah, like
Oh.
super fake or like really inappropriate. Like this is like weird.
Yeah. We tried getting on
Like,
Facebook, to be honest, to like
scary.
promote our podcast, but
Mhm.
it's like, it's not really.
Do you even want that
Yeah.
audience? I don't know.
Didn't even click.
It's just
For
weird.
real,
I
though.
don't know.
It's a weird
I've
world.
never gotten on Facebook. The only time I get on Facebook is because of family. But
No,
I
exactly.
go on
That's
Marketplace sometimes.
oh,
yeah,
Marketplace,
yeah,
that-
yes,
yeah.
yes.
They
I've
got the
gotten a lot of
deals.
my studio stuff from Marketplace
Yeah.
and OfferUp.
Yeah.
But no, same. I have a private Facebook that's literally for like my family members, and just so I can, because they use Facebook,
Yeah.
just to check up on them. But I'll go to like see what my mom is posting or something, and it's like some weird ass fucking video, and I'm like, what? How is
Yeah.
this even allowed to be on the internet? Like, it's weird. It's like wrong. It's like they're trying to like put something that looks like something else that's not.
Yeah.
It's so weird. Facebook is a weird place.
Yeah, because at one time every time I've gone through reels through Facebook, it's some crazy shit that it's.
Yeah.
Well, for me, it's always some like shooting. I don't know if it's my algorithm
They
trying to tell
try
me,
They try to
but it's always some
Okay,
shooting. So I'm
okay,
like, why
okay.
am I watching this?
So let's think
But
about
I keep
that.
watching it, so it's like that's why they keep promoting it.
Right. But let's think about that with like here's where I was saying that the regulations are important with like shooting. Okay, let's talk about shooting. School shootings and shit.
Yeah.
A mentally insane person, they know that like the TikTok knows that you're a mentally insane person because they know what you're watching and they know
Yeah.
how long you've spent on a
Mhm.
specific video. They know if you're interacting, engaging, liking, commenting, what you're doing, if you're saving videos. Like all the social media networks know all this stuff and they keep tabs of this. This is like
Yeah.
data tracking, right?
Yeah.
So there are so many ways that like people can get influenced to do crazy shit from social media. Like
Yeah.
that's why there literally has to be regulations because now the fake world is now getting infiltrated into our real everyday lives and it's really scary. Like
Yeah,
it's
Mhm.
scary.
It's also a slippery slope because like
Yeah.
I think I was watching an article where like the FBI was literally like
Yeah.
talking to this guy like
Mhm.
trying to promote him to do terrorist stuff, and then like they literally like convinced the dude to do it even though he didn't really want to do it, and then they arrested him. It's like, bro, like you're literally convincing the guy yourself. Like the own government was convincing the guy to do it, and then they arrest him for the crime. It's like kind of like that's why like I
Bait
don't
'em.
like the government to get involved because then they're like
Right.
they're overdoing it just to get somebody, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that could be to the point where like maybe the guy thought about it because he was in a really bad place at the
Yeah.
time, but it's like he would have never done it, you know, if you wouldn't
Yeah.
have fucking
Pushed him to that
pushed him
limit.
to that limit, you know.
Mhm.
It's like that's why sometimes I'm like
The
I don't
government
know if
needs
the
to stay out of
government,
it.
yeah, but it's like how can you regulate
Yeah.
It's tough. It's
yeah,
tough. To
like how can you
How
find
can
a
you solve the
balance, find a
world's
balance.
problems?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like
Like
it's
shit.
tough, man.
it's tough, man. We
Yeah.
can't solve them. Shit.
Right.
I'm like I don't
right.
even want to think about it because like, I'm just gonna stress over it and I can't even do
Yeah.
anything about it.
Yeah. It's like you have to care about things outside of yourself, but whenever you focus on everything else, it's so overwhelming.
Yeah.
So
I
you
feel-
have to find
yeah.
balance in it.
I feel like that's why I don't even watch the news as
I don't
much
either.
like that because it's literally the worst of the worst every freaking day.
It's not good.
3 people shot in this area.
Yeah.
2 people. It's like,
Murderer
damn.
on the loose, killing
Like,
women. Like,
damn.
oh my God. Like, it's crazy. I stopped watching the news during the 2016 election.
Oh yeah.
I was like, that's where I tap out.
Yeah.
I'm out of here.
Because a lot of people get so sensitive about it, and I'm like, there's no point of it. Because like at the end of the day, you may argue with your friend about politics, but like, bro, like none of y'all
Who
gonna,
cares?
neither one of the parties are gonna make
They
a
don't give a
change
fuck
for you.
about
Like
you.
they don't care about you. Like why are you
Mm-mm.
worrying about it? Like
But
whatever
the amount
party
of
you go to-
divide was crazy.
yeah, the amount of, yeah, for sure, the country was so divided. But I'm like, and I would tell my friends, I'm like, bro, like it doesn't matter who you vote for. Like to me, you're still my friend. I know you. Like I know
Yeah.
what you stand for, and like whoever party you go vote for, it's like there's no point because like
It's our
They
only
don't care
options
about you.
also. Like,
yeah.
it's like apples or oranges. Like,
Yeah, they're putting you the same option. It's like they're both bad, bro.
yeah,
Like at
they
the end
both
of the day, like,
suck. They're
I
both
just-
out for themselves. They're both gonna benefit themselves if they win. Like,
Yeah.
come on.
and I saw a lot of people get like a lot of broken friendships over that stuff. And I'm like, bro,
Yeah.
there's no point of that. Like,
Yeah.
why argue over something that you can't even control?
My
Like
friend's grandma, her and her best friend, the grandma and the best friend, were best friends since middle school. Like a 70-year friendship.
Damn.
Some crazy shit. Fully stopped talking because they were voting for different people.
Wow.
What? That's crazy.
Fully don't speak anymore.
That's
Like,
too deep.
like that's nuts. Like, That's why the algorithm shit is scary, because it's only putting that specific information on those people. So it's like we all have a phone, but we are all seeing different things. That's what's crazy.
That's why whenever, at least personally me, when it comes to politics, I read both sides, and like to be honest, when you start looking at it, you agree with stuff from both sides. Like it's like, but there's also
I'm not on no party.
Yeah, and so that's why there's like always extreme on both sides, and obviously that is what you don't like, but like most of the stuff, like if you balance it out, like you're kind of just like in the middle, you know, like no post is gonna be in the middle of both.
I just think the main thing is like you have to keep a separation of like church and state. That's a big thing. Like keep a separation of church and state. Let people choose for themselves what they want to do with, you know, whatever it is. Make sure that nothing is like killing anybody. Make sure that we all have the right to just be human, and like that's it.
Yeah.
Nothing harmful. That's it.
I think marriage too shouldn't be like regulated by the government.
No.
Like, fuck that shit. Like I hate that. Like church, yeah, but like I don't mind church. Like if you get married through church, that's
No. I mean more like there has to be a separation of church and state. Like you can't vote on something because it's your religious belief.
Oh yeah,
like,
yeah.
Other people don't believe that, so you have to be able to like keep a separation between the laws and like, what you believe.
I feel like everybody just votes on what benefits them at the end. 100%.
So 100%.
It's just kind of like, you know.
Sometimes when you think about it, like older people, yes, but like younger people, I feel like they vote for like whoever they get influenced by, you know, like whoever their friends are voting for. Oh, let me vote for him too.
Yeah.
Oh, who you vote for? All right, me too.
Right. I did something like that for the last election. I was like, this whole thing has been a joke. So like.
Yeah. I can't even vote, so I don't. I wasn't born here, but I am legally
from Mexico.
Here. Yeah, I'm from Mexico.
Okay. We're in Mexico.
Part of family is from Monclova, Coahuila, and then like part from Monterrey.
Oh, nice. Yeah. I'm literally going there for the first time next month.
Oh, for us? Where?
Yeah, I'm going to Ensenada and Cabo.
Oh, okay. Don't get kidnapped.
Don't go to
don't
leave the resorts.
Just don't leave the resorts.
I won't.
No, but the resorts are as safe as there is, because
that's pretty much
that's where the
I'm
money is. So.
That's where the money is. Right. Yeah, they don't want
to fuck that shit up.
They don't want the drama.
Also, I think it was just propaganda what they did. Like I don't know if you saw it, that the Americans that got kidnapped in Mexico recently. Probably didn't come out in LA.
Not
it was
on
bigger.
My algorithm.
Yeah. Well, it was in the news because a lot of people were talking about it, especially Twitter. But yeah, it wasn't like they were in a area where like they shouldn't have been, you know. So it's like
that's also stupid.
Yeah, that's just like being that's being
don't be dumb.
Yeah, naive about it. Like just go a random place that you can't.
Like I'm aware that I am like a curvy white woman. Like I'm I'm staying out.
You stand out in Mexico. Like
yeah,
crazy.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just gonna be by the resorts, by the beach, and call it.
But
yeah, it's fun though.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for the tequila.
The resort and Cabo is super pretty.
The food's amazing.
Oh, the food. You're gonna get some good ass tacos. Yeah, I was about to say that. Tacos, everything. Yeah. I think they have like, I don't know what resort you're going to, but I think my friend went to a resort where like he just paid for the suite or whatever, and it was like free drinks like the whole day.
Yeah, most of them do that.
They're like all inclusive.
Exactly.
Yeah,
like,
I'm doing a zip line thing too.
Oh, nice.
Like a zip. I'm excited for that. That'll be cool.
Damn.
Well, anyways, I follow you on Instagram, so I'm gonna be seeing that. I'm gonna be like, she's in Cabo.
Yeah.
Get it, girl.
Having the time.
Yes.
Your life.
Have to.
But anyways, good to see you then. Hopefully we get to see you again soon. I was telling Angel that we've been planning to like go to Austin, San Antonio, where she lives at too. So like, if you ever come back to like whatever city, like you don't have to be in Dallas. Like if you're coming to like another city, down to do a podcast again, you know.
I'm so down.
Like I have
shit. You might catch us in LA.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you might catch us in LA. Yeah, too. We might go to LA too, because we had a videographer. If you ever want to work with a videographer, we have a great one too. That he goes to LA all the time too. He's really big with a lot of artists.
Okay, cool.
I mean, Cole Bennett really fucks with a lot of his shit too. So he's really good.
Amazing.
No, but yeah,
I don't know who you work with. I don't know.
No, I mean it does. There's no. I'm not like limited to nothing.
Yeah.
We're open. Yeah. Like I'm always down to work with new people. Always.
Well, after the podcast, I'll show you some of his work.
Hell yeah.
He's really good too.
But yeah, we've been talking about taking the show on the road. You know, because it's different whenever you go directly to somebody.
Absolutely.
Instead of like, oh, you have to come to Dallas.
Yeah. Plus, for y'all too, like there's a lot. That's the thing about LA where I can't leave. It's like the amount of opportunity is
Yeah.
It's so much.
Unreal.
Literally, everybody artists that we've interviewed that comes from LA is like, bro, come to LA. Like, there's so much talent over there. I'm like, I wish, bro, but like, it's so much stuff that like.
It's expensive.
Yeah, it's expensive, but it's also like a whole hassle. Like bringing all the equipment, like you have to fly. If not, you have to like.
No,
like,
it's not
drive
even
it.
that. You have to want to come. Because
Type
you will
shit.
make a way if you want to.
Really?
There you
Like,
go.
well, it's just the also yeah. I think that's the
You
thing.
can't
It's
fool
like,
me.
She's like,
it's such a
bullshit,
but
Yeah.
you know what it is? It's just the logistics about it. Like it's like bringing the whole equipment, and everything.
It's all.
Come on.
It's all the
She's
other
reading
side
through
of the
my-
world.
You're
bro.
reading through my BS, right?
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah,
fuck.
come
The
on.
BS meter went up. Hold
The
on.
Yeah.
BS meter went off on you. You read
Yeah,
it.
it's like what I was saying about the studio
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Oh, why can't I can't learn?
Nah, that's true,
Yes,
but-
you can.
For
But
sure,
you
there's
have
something
to
in the
want.
works.
You know
that
what?
we've been-
You know why though? I'm not gonna lie. Like the only
I
reason
know
I like
there's
to
a
go to
reason.
cities and stuff, like I'll drive there. Like I don't mind driving, but like flying, I hate flying. for some
Really?
reason.
Are you
Yeah,
scared of flying?
I'm not that I'm scared of flying. I just prefer not doing it.
Okay, yeah.
You know, like I'd rather drive. And like the times we went to LA once, like I've gone twice, and both times I've driven
Oh,
over there,
wow.
taking a road trip like through
It's a
like
long drive.
yeah, it is a long drive. It's like 22 hours.
Yeah, it
23
was a
hours?
good amount.
Yeah, but like I go through like Arizona or like all the national parks and stuff.
Mhm.
So like I don't
It's
mind
fun.
it. you know,
Yeah.
like you get
It's
to
a good trip.
So like I might go on another road trip because I have my camera. I want to record more. you know.
Yo, you should.
some content.
Also, shit, I might come here and film a music video with that thing.
Hey.
Yeah, yeah,
Let's do it.
yeah, for sure. Because I'm enjoying it, especially because I downloaded like a lot of the stuff that I recorded last night. And I was like, oh shit, this shit looks dope.
Yeah.
Because there's I think filters right with cameras that you
Yeah,
can
but
do.
it's
It
you
doesn't
could
look the
tell.
same.
look
You
the
could tell
same.
it's
It
a
looks
filter.
fake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So hopefully we
Yeah.
get to see you in LA then.
Yeah.
Hey, now I'm making sure we're going to LA for sure.
We
Yeah.
have to, bro.
This
Yeah.
summer,
yeah.
this summer, I'll
I'm
put into
so
it this summer.
down. Let's fucking.
Because I'm going to
vibe out.
Vegas. Oh no, I'm going November to Vegas. November's.
My parents live there. I'm there
Vegas?
a lot too. Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, then.
It's a 3-hour drive for me. So.
Well, I'm going to Vegas for like the Formula One. I don't know if you know the Formula One, like the racing.
The
and
racing.
stuff.
Oh yeah.
There
See, I
is-
don't know.
It's the first year they're having it there, and it's gonna be crazy. 'Cause it's gonna be all through the Las Vegas Strip.
Oh cool.
So they're gonna close down the streets, and it's gonna be the streets are
Wow.
gonna be the racing course.
Shit.
So it's gonna
That's
be
kind
crazy.
of scary.
Yeah. So like the Caesars, like if you book a
Yeah.
hotel right now, like in the Caesars, all that around that time, they're like 10K, like just for 2 nights, 3 nights, because you're literally watching the race from the hotel.
That's
it's gonna be
crazy.
crazy. But I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna go the cheaper version.
Got to.
And-
Yeah,
Got
because
to.
what the hell? That's
10K
nuts.
just-
Yeah, no.
Who can do that?
Also, it's you're gonna get the same treatment because
Yeah.
like I'm gonna buy the tickets. The tickets are still expensive. They're like 3-4K, for 3 days. But I'm just gonna get Airbnb, and it's like there's no point of getting a big ass
Walk
hotel.
up.
Yeah, because I want to be there. Like I
Yeah.
don't want to be from my hotel watching it. Like I want to be
you want
there.
to be
you know?
in the mix, like
Yeah.
right there. Yeah.
So that. But yeah, hopefully we get to see you in LA
Yeah,
then.
this was such a chill podcast. I feel so comfortable. You guys are great.
No, thank you.
Sometimes podcasts feel so like I've done a few. Sometimes they feel so like
Forced.
so. How did you get started?
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
No,
I'd rather just have a normal conversation. And
Yeah, we try to be
people
more
see that I'm a
casual.
human rather than
Exactly.
like, you know.
No, that's how a lot of people tell us too. It's like I mean like I was
We
like,
talked about music a little bit, but like we also talked about a bunch of random shit. Which
Yeah,
I think
random
is
shit.
so cool.
yeah, that's why I love. That's why I started this podcast because it's like I don't want it to be so an interview. You know, it's like I just want
Yeah.
to talk to you, and we get to even know you more based on like the topics we bring because then we get the certain point of views of like these topics that we would have never talked
Yeah.
about like
Yeah.
in a standard interview. You know.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's
Anyways,
dope.
everyone,
Hell yeah.
wanna close it up.
All right, guys, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification, get notified whenever we drop new content, and we out. Peace.